Peugeot 309. The Peugeot 309 is a small family car that was manufactured between 1985 and 1994 in England, Spain and France by PSA Peugeot Citroën. It was originally intended to be badged as a Talbot and, as development progressed, to be called the Talbot Arizona. It was the replacement for the Talbot Horizon, which had started life as a Chrysler in Britain and a Simca in France, and was also being built in several guises for the market in America. In 1985, the PSA Group decided to discontinue the Talbot brand, with the last passenger vehicle branded as a Talbot to be launched being the Samba of 1981, and to market the car as a Peugeot instead. The Talbot brand was phased out completely when Talbot Express production stopped in 1994. The 309 had been conceived as Peugeot C28 as a replacement for the Talbot Horizon, and as a result its development had been performed by the former Chrysler, Simca wing of PSA. Styling was the responsibility of the former Chrysler Roots Design Studios in Coventry, whilst much of the engineering was done at the Simca site at Poissy in France. The only stipulation from PSA management was that the new car had to use as much existing architecture as possible, hence the use of a stretched Peugeot 205 floorpan and door shells, whilst the Simca engines and transmissions from the Horizon were also carried over. The 309's design was presaged by the 1982 Peugeot Vera Plus, followed by the Vera Profil in 1985, which were aerodynamic studies developed by Peugeot at the time. The Vera Plus claimed a CW of only 0.22. Many of the aerodynamic features from the Vera studies found their way into later production Peugeots. Production in France began at the former Simca plant in Poissy in the end of summer 1985, with the first French customers getting their cars in October of that year, but it was decided that RHD models would be built at the Ridden plant near Coventry, which had previously been owned by the Roots Group and then Chrysler Europe before Peugeot took it over in 1978.